You've seen the face, ears flat, eyes wide, body low to the ground, tail tucked between the legs. You walk into the room, a shoe is destroyed, the trash is everywhere, and your dog is already pressed against the wall looking like it committed a crime. Everyone calls that guilt. Every pet owner on earth has pointed at the mess and said, "You know what you did." But what if your dog has absolutely no idea what it did? What if that face means something completely different, and the truth is more disturbing than guilt ever was? The internet runs on guilty pet videos. Millions of views. Dogs hiding behind curtains. Cats sitting next to broken vases looking like they've been caught planning something. Huskies lying flat on the ground while their owners interrogate them. We love these videos because we see ourselves. We project a story. The pet knew the rules. It broke the rules. Now it feels bad. Crime, guilt, confession. It's a perfect little human narrative. And that's the problem. It is a human narrative. Guilt requires something very specific. It requires the ability to remember a past action, connect that action to a rule, understand you violated the rule, and feel bad about the violation, not about the consequence, about the act itself. That's a complex chain. Humans develop this around age 3 to 5. Before that, a toddler who breaks a lamp doesn't feel guilty. It might cry. But it's crying because you're angry, not because it understands property damage. So here's the question. Is your dog operating above or below a 3-year-old? The answer isn't what most pet owners want to hear. In 2009, a researcher named Alexandra Horowitz at Barnard College ran the study that quietly demolished the guilty dog myth. The setup was elegant. Dog owners were told to command their dog not to eat a treat. Then the owners left the room. In some trials, the dog ate the treat. In others, the researcher removed the treat. The dog never touched it. Here's the twist. When the owners came back, the researchers sometimes told them the dog ate the treat even when it hadn't, and sometimes told them the dog behaved even when it didn't. The result broke the story wide open. Dogs showed the guilty look based on one thing only, the owner's behavior, not their own actions. When the owner walked in angry, voice sharp, posture tense, finger pointing, the dog dropped into the guilty look, ears back, eyes averted, body low, even when it had done absolutely nothing wrong. And dogs that actually ate the treat? If the owner walked in happy and relaxed, those dogs showed no guilt at all, tail wagging, normal posture, zero remorse. The guilty look had nothing to do with guilt. It was a response to human anger, a learned appeasement behavior. The dog wasn't saying, "I'm sorry I did that." It was saying, "I can see you're upset and I need you to not be a threat right now." That changes everything. Because now run the tape back on every guilty pet video you've ever watched. Every single one follows the same pattern. The owner finds the mess. The owner's tone shifts, accusatory, loud, frustrated. The camera captures the dog already cowering. And millions of people watch it thinking they're seeing remorse. They're seeing fear. But maybe dogs are a special case. What about cats? Cats break things constantly. Do they feel guilty? Not even close, and they're not even pretending to. Cats rarely show appeasement behavior toward humans. A cat that knocks a vase off the table and then stares at you while it falls isn't experiencing guilt. It's experiencing gravity. Cats interact with objects through batting and pushing. That's normal feline investigation. The destruction is a byproduct, not a decision. When a cat hides after breaking something, it's usually reacting to the loud crash, not to the moral weight of destroying your favorite mug. Cats don't connect the broken object to a rule violation. They connect the loud sound to a potential threat. They're not ashamed. They're startled. So dogs fake guilt to manage your emotions, and cats don't even bother faking it. Now here's where this gets uncomfortable, because the real question isn't about dogs or cats. It's about you. If the guilty look is just a fear response to human anger, then what's actually happening in those viral videos is this. An owner is displaying aggression, and a dog is performing submission to avoid punishment, and we film it. We share it. We laugh at it. We call it cute. The dog isn't confessing. It's de-escalating. It's using every tool evolution gave it. Soft eyes, low posture, averted gaze, tucked tail to communicate one message. Please don't hurt me. And the internet turned that into comedy. This doesn't make you a bad person for laughing at those videos. But it does reveal something about how humans process animal behavior. We default to human stories. We see a crouching dog, and our brain writes guilt because guilt is what WE would feel in that position. Scientists call this anthropomorphism, projecting human emotions onto non-human minds. And it's not just harmless fun. It actually damages the relationship. Because if you believe your dog feels guilty, you also believe it understood the rule and chose to break it. That makes the behavior feel deliberate. That makes punishment feel justified. He knew he wasn't supposed to do that. But he didn't. He ate the shoe because shoes smell interesting, and he was bored. The guilty look came later, not from the memory of the shoe, but from the sound of your voice when you found it. You're punishing an animal for something it doesn't remember doing, and interpreting its fear as proof that it does. That's not communication. That's a loop where both sides are misunderstanding each other, and only one side has the power. So what are pets actually feeling? They feel plenty. Dogs experience joy, fear, anxiety, excitement, attachment, and distress. Those are well documented. Cats experience comfort, agitation, curiosity, and social bonding on their own terms. What they probably don't experience is moral guilt, the awareness that they violated a rule and should feel bad about the violation itself. That requires a kind of self-reflective thinking that current science hasn't confirmed in domestic animals. But here's the thing worth sitting with. The absence of guilt doesn't mean the absence of feeling. It means your pet lives in a world without moral categories. It doesn't know what wrong is. It doesn't carry shame. It doesn't replay its mistakes at night wondering if it's a bad dog. It just exists. It reacts to what's happening right now. And when you come home angry, it doesn't understand why. It just knows the safest thing to do is make itself small. Maybe that's not guilt, but it might be something more honest than guilt. A creature that can't lie about what it feels, responding purely to what's in front of it. The next time your dog gives you that face, it isn't saying, "I'm sorry." It's saying, "Are we okay?" And that question might matter more. If this changed how you read your pet's face, the next video is going to change how you read every animal that's ever looked at you. It's on screen now, and if you want one of these every week, subscribe. Your dog won't judge you either way. It genuinely can't.